everybody, it's your girl Britt, healer, astro girly, Jackie of all trades, owner of the Power Passion LLC. If you want to work with me, link is in the description box below. So, as you can read by the title, we're talking about miracles today, baby. We're talking about miracles. This is another rendition of my self-awareness diaries. I hope I'm in focus. Let's focus. So, yesterday I had an epiphany. This epiphany is definitely inspired by me connecting the dots between this quote that Kevin Gates said.
I wasn't always a positive person. I used to be the most negative person on earth. Something bad happened. Why the fuck this had to fucking happen to me right now? But they say when you change your perspective, that's when miracles happen.
I was just laughing at it when I first heard it, and it never really clicked to me what he was actually saying. And I was like, he actually be saying some real shit. He a little loopy, but if you listen closely, he's actually dropping major information. So about a week ago, I started a book, and the book mentions that miracles are really just a change in perspective. I wasn't thinking anything about Kevin Gates when I read that, but it did stick, and I've just been marinating on that and trying to see what does that even mean. And then yesterday I was watching a YouTube video from Erin Lyons. I was watching 2 YouTube videos, and I've really been watching her throughout the week. So in the video I was watching, Erin Lyons was talking about how a lot of times when we are in that phase of our life when we're like, oh, does God really love us? Is God really here for us? And we feel like we're not loved. It's really because we don't love ourselves. And God's love for us is really our free will, because love is total acceptance. Because God accepts you, God will not sit there and change you. God will not sit there and save you because they accept you for who you are. And because they're gonna sit there and be like, nothing is wrong with you, you're perfect, you're valuable, you're whole, you're complete. Why would I change anything about you? If I really loved you, why would I change anything about you? I will accept you. I can guide you. I want you to be happy. Of course, I can want more for you, but I'm not going to create more for you because I love you enough for you to have a choice. I love you enough that you can choose who you want to be. You can choose what life you want. You can choose how this goes. You can choose how to think. You can choose how to create your world, your reality. You can choose all of these things, and you can use your power to do whatever you want. And that's what love is. That's the gift that God has given us, the power and the free will. And a lot of times I have lost myself and given my power outside of me. I've used my power to source it outside of myself. What I mean by this is I will tell myself that once I hit a certain milestone in my life, then that means I will be worthy. That means I will be valuable. When I hit a certain dollar in my bank account, that's when I'll be wealthy. And I've given my power out to society to create the standards I have. Mostly every standard that we have for ourselves, it's a product of the ways that society wants you to be and thinks everybody should be, when in reality, there's no limit to how we can express ourselves. There's no limit to what success can look like. There's no limit to what wealth can look like. There's no limit to what love can look like. But society will tell us, these are the limits, these are the parameters. If you haven't reached this milestone by this age, you're not enough. You didn't do enough, you didn't reach the mark. And we're taught that in order to be loved, we have to do something. In order to be enough, we have to achieve something. We have to do, instead of just being loved for being, which is what God does for us. Society says, I will not love you until you do something. I will not love you until you reach the mark that I made for you. And learning that has rewired the way I'm starting to look at how I think and the ways that I have set parameters on my life as a result to what society is telling me to be. And now it's like, okay, but is this really true? So for example, being in a relationship, being married, it is a common parameter that they put on women. They say that you are not valuable if you are not married by a certain age. They say that you aren't lovable because of these parameters. If you have children, you are not worthy enough of being accepted fully by a man. My thing is, what makes you worthy enough to dictate anything in my life? It's all imaginary. It's imaginary power. It's all these imaginary standards that we have to meet. Meanwhile, God already knows your power. God already knows that your value does not come from you achieving things. Your value has already been set. You have already inherited so much worth, so much value. You've already came into this world deserving. Because you desire things, you deserve it. You are worth the things you desire. I will get caught up, and I think we all get caught up, and say that because we don't have it, that means we're not worthy. Because I didn't achieve something, that means I'm not worthy. I haven't met the mark. I'm not worthy. That's what our ego is saying. I did everything in my power to do. That sounds crazy. I did everything in my power. I did all the action, and I still didn't get the result I was wanting. That means I'm not worthy of it. No, a lot of the things that we don't get in life is because we just energetically do not believe in ourselves. We energetically are saying, I don't have, I'm without. And you keep saying these things internally. Your ego says it. Your subconscious says it. So that's where we form this illusion of separation from the things that we desire. So recently, I've been having to coach myself mentally. I've been releasing a lot of my negative self-talk. I've been letting go of the programs that I've been taught and the ways that I've been taught to find my worth, and the ways that I've been taught to find my validation. And I have been giving myself the validation that I seek. I've been giving myself the support that I seek. And I've been telling myself how worthy I am and how valuable I am and how I am the source of everything that I desire, that I already have everything that I desire, that I'm already whole, that I'm already complete, because all of those things are true. And me not seeing that in myself did not take away that that was the truth, but it did take away that I could see my truth and that I could see myself the way that God sees me. And that is really what I'm trying to change in myself. I'm trying to see myself the way that God sees me. God sees me so valuable. God sees me so capable. God sees me so powerful. And I'm loved just for being. The mere fact that I exist is proof that I am worthy. And I have to see that. And I have to be that. And stand on that. And that's when the 3D starts to really shift. This is how I know. Recently, I've been dismantling this belief and thinking that I'm not seen, I'm not heard, I'm not valuable kind of thing. So I've been affirming myself. Every morning I do my I am affirmations. I'll probably link it in the little I, but I've been doing my I am affirmations every morning. As soon as I wake up, I put it on and I just go through those affirmations. Because I've been playing it since I posted that video, I've been playing it every morning for the past 3 weeks. These affirmations literally have implanted themselves in my mind. So whenever I have a limiting belief, a negative thought comes up, I have no choice but to go back to my storage box of affirmations, and it literally undoes the things that I'm saying. So let's say somebody is not acknowledging my presence in the room and they're ignoring me. I literally have to be like, no, you're seen, you're heard, you're valued. Spirit sees you, God sees you, they value you, they love you, they see you. And I have to walk in that energy of being valued, loved, and seen. And because I've started to walk in that energy, people are starting to acknowledge me. People are starting to see me. people that I truly believed was ignoring me. Mind you, I work at a doctor's office. So there was one person in that office that would never acknowledge me. Whenever they came into work, they would never acknowledge me. They've been there at the job for weeks. I finally started rewiring my brain and telling myself, oh, I'm seen, I'm heard, I'm valued. She literally stops me one day and it's like, wow, your hair is so beautiful. Now she talks to me literally she talks to me every day now. For so long, she never even acknowledged my existence, never looked me in the eye, never see me. She now talks to me every day and nothing changed. I did nothing physically different. All I did was change my energy. That's literally it. All I did was change my energy and start to see myself as seen. And because I carried myself that way, she had no choice but to see me. There's nothing she could have did to stop from seeing me. And now I walk in a room like that. So now people are starting to look me in the eyes, things that I never noticed before. And I'm forcing myself to look people in the eyes too. Now people are starting conversations with me. They can't help themselves but to start a conversation with me. They can't help themselves but to introduce themselves to me because they see me, because I affirm that, because I believe that, and I carry that on my energy now. Now people are starting to acknowledge me, and I'm starting to see the evidence of that in my life because I already believed it before I received it. So now, another thing, in regards to my business, I've been toggling a lot with the shame of not receiving any clients. I've been toggling with the shame of my YouTube not blowing up or people not showing up or whatever. I've been dealing with that limiting belief and I've been recently dismantling that. So, in the dismantling of that, I came to the conclusion, I'm gonna do what makes me happy. I'm going to follow my passion. I'm gonna act like I have everything. That's what I told myself a couple weeks ago. I'm gonna act like I have everything that I desire. So in the acting like I have everything I desire, my subconscious is starting to believe it. So here, on the side of me right now, I have a rug that I am creating right now. As you can see, when you look on my live tab on my channel, you'll see like me starting the rug, and I'm gonna have a separate video of me actually creating the rug in its entirety. So I started the rug, I finally took my energy off of what I thought my business should be, and I said, you know what? I can make money in any way. I can make money in any capacity. I'm not gonna limit myself to this. And I'm not gonna limit myself and say that I'm not successful because I don't have this certain amount of numbers and this certain amount of viewership. And it's not that I consciously let go of that. I literally just put my attention onto something else that I want to grow, which is my rug business. And because I put all of that desperate energy onto that for just 2-3 days, within those few days, following my intuition at this point, I'm taking my inspired action. Something in my spirit just said, go back to your booking site and put on the inner child healing sessions. So I put my inner child healing sessions back on my site. I just trusted in my energy and knew that, because I am not doing inner child healing right now, and I'm not in the midst of that, I can help people. So I opened it up. I didn't really think too much of it. So I end up on my website, and I'm really just on there to put together a link for inquiring about custom rugs. I go on there, somebody booked my inner child healing session. Mind you, I just took an inspired action the other day, and I just posted one of the shorts, the YouTube shorts about limerence. I get a booking. I literally got my first booking. I didn't even have my attention on that. Like I wasn't even thinking about it. I just really said, it is what it is. I truly released it, and I ended up magnetizing that opportunity to myself. I just was not thinking about it, not really caring too much about it, and really just validating myself and focusing on what can I do right now to have some fun? Because that's really what Spirit was guiding me to do. And in the essence of having fun, it got my energy open to the things that I'm desiring. In that openness, got that client. Here I am coaching. Here I am being trusted to be a light in somebody's life. Here I am sharing my spiritual knowledge and my knowledge of God with other people, and allowing God to work through me and experience life through me. And I just am grateful. I'm getting emotional. Let me stop. See, I be fighting them emotions. Let me not stop. If I cry, I cry. But it's amazing to see the things that I didn't see this for myself. I didn't believe in myself. And now it's like, okay, maybe what I've been doing isn't wrong. And for so long, I've been looking outside of myself to prove that what I'm doing is right, that I'm on the right path, I'm not a failure, and that I'm not making this up, and that God didn't forget about me. I'm not left alone, I'm not unlovable, I'm not invaluable or unvaluable. Wrong word, invaluable is a good word, sorry. That I'm actually here to do my purpose, and for so long I knew my purpose, and now it's like I'm finally taking a step into my purpose. I'm finally feeling like I'm enough, and for so long I knew my purpose, but because I didn't feel like I was in it, I put so many limitations on myself because the way that the world sees me and how I have all these standards of what I'm supposed to meet and where I'm supposed to be at and how my life should look. And I finally let go of that, and I finally created a life for myself in my head, and I finally affirmed myself that I have everything that I desire, that I'm not separated from the things that I see for myself, that that's just an illusion. I finally broke out of the illusion. And now it's like, okay, great. The life that I've been wanting, the ways that I've been wanting to feel are finally here. And I didn't have to do anything but be there for myself. I didn't have to do anything but believe in myself. I didn't have to do anything but see myself the way that God sees me. That's literally all I had to do. And everything just is falling into place naturally. And I feel expansive. I feel alive. I feel like I'm actually in a place where I'm happy with myself. I'm not allowing the world to take that away from me anymore. And that's something that I've always done. I've given my power to the world, and I've been waiting for the world to validate me. And I finally validated myself, and now the world validates me. I source my validation from me, so the world validating me doesn't really mean that much to me as much as it did before. It's great, it feels good, I'm grateful for it, but it's not the source of my motivation. And for a long time, I sourced society and the world and the standards that were projected onto me, and I sourced that as my motivation when I really was just looking to feel loved. I really was just looking to be validated. I was looking to feel like I was enough, and I finally gave myself all of those feelings without making it a condition to have the things that I desired in reality in the 3D. And I finally have started to detach myself from a lot of these limiting beliefs, and now it's like my life's coming together. Like, oh wow, they're right. All of the things that I preached about, I finally actually started living. I stopped being a hypocrite, y'all. I stopped, and I'm actually walking in the things that I'm telling you all. Listening to my affirmations. Believe it or not, I made those affirmations for myself, but I wasn't consistent with them. But I wasn't really absorbing the energy that I needed to. Like, I would do affirmations and I would just say it. So I was doing a lot of things without intention and without putting that energy and without actually trying to cultivate the energy within myself. So now I finally started doing all that, and look at my life. I'm happy. Like, what? I'm saying look at my life like I have something to show y'all. Me. I'm showing y'all me, okay? That's what I have to show for y'all. Me. Who the fuck I am, my authenticity, my energy. This is what I have to show for it. This message, this video, this is what I have to show for it. And this is like rewiring the way I see success and what it has to look like and be. I'm just like, wow, I've been valuable, successful, worthy this whole time, and I just didn't see it. And that all I had to do was see it. That's literally all I had to do. That's all I was being guided to do. I know it's my higher self. She's been waiting to express herself through me. Just waiting. And now it's like, oh, she's actually expressing it. Oh, she actually is grounding me. Oh, I'm actually that girl. I'm actually that bitch. I'm actually who I say I am, and I walk like it, and I walk in a room like it. But yeah, those are just small examples, and Actually, they're not small. They're big. They're big examples. They mean something. I'm tired of lowballing it and making it small. The reason why I said it was small is only because society told me that these are little things that happen. No, these are major things. These are beautiful things. These are huge revelations. These are huge spiritual expansions, and I have to give myself the credit that no, you are a big deal and you're doing big things. Just because you don't have what society says is a big change doesn't mean anything. You have big change. You have huge change. Y'all just can't see it physically. You can't see it physically. It's literally in the spiritual realm. It's really about energy. It's really about how I think. Things that people cannot see. And it just feels good to say that I'm actually rewiring my brain. And it's not a lie anymore. It's not a ruse. It's not just something I'm saying. It's not knowledge that I know that I'm not applying. I'm actually applying it, and I'm actually seeing the results of it. And yeah, happy to be here. Here to serve. Okay. But yes, back to the topic of the video, which was when you change your perspective, that's when miracles happen. That's what's been happening in my life. I have been creating miracles just by changing my perspective. And the miracle really isn't within making things happen in the 3D. The miracle is within seeing myself differently, seeing situations differently. It's really within choosing a different story to tell myself, choosing to no longer be a victim, choosing to be a victor, choosing to win, choosing that I'm valuable, and choosing to know that these things were always true and that I just needed to see that within myself. And that is the miracle there. To be able to break out of a mental jail that I've put myself in for decades, to break out of a way of thinking that I've done for over a decade and do it in just this small amount of time, to finally rewire myself in just such a short amount of time. That is truly a miracle. And to be able to build up so much energetic momentum just by believing in myself. So much so that the 3D has no choice but to give me what I'm desiring. To be able to make things shift so effortlessly just by changing the way I thought about myself, changing the way I saw myself, changing the way I identified myself. That's huge. That's a miracle. Changing your identity, that is a miracle. Changing your whole perspective of how you see yourself, that is a miracle. And I didn't physically have to work harder. And it helped me to realize there's really no separation between me and the things I desire. And it goes back to a saying that I've said on here before. You don't want the thing, you want the feeling. And when you break down all of the things that you are like, oh, I desire, I really want this. When you break it down, it's really that you are desiring a certain feeling and you want to give that feeling to yourself. And that's really all you have to do. Give that feeling to yourself. And then you'll realize, I already have this. It's sourced all within me. Things will start to click. Things will either shift into 3D to your advantage, or you might even change your perspective and be like, you know what? The thing that I've been desiring isn't even something that I really desire. I just want the feeling that I think this thing is gonna give me. And you'll start really harping down and being like, what do I actually want? And when I harped down on it, I was like, I just actually want to be at peace. I just actually want to feel freedom. I just actually want stability. I actually want to feel loved. And these are things that I can easily give myself. Please, if you're going to leave with anything here, leave with knowing that you are loved, you are valuable, you are seen, you are heard, and carry that every day with you. Carry that every day in your head. Carry that reminder every day and truly believe in that, truly embody that, okay? So yes, thank you all so much. Whoever's here still, thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure you all like, comment, subscribe, and share. I love you all. I'll see you all in the next video. Bye. Ooh, this video nice. I like it.